Hello, YouTubers. Welcome back to Yorkshire Media One. I am Mark with the numpty.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm definitely not the numpty. This is the numpty sat beside me, Mark.
And yes, we are your hosts, your presenters, whatever you want us to be. And yes, we are cheaper and better than the BBC. We're more entertaining. We bring you things like Mark and Jen's talk. So, what are we talking about today? Well, let me ask you one question. Only one at a time, please answer. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes.
You definitely do, yeah? You believe in
There's got to be
ghosts?
something there. There's like,
Well, go on.
we've seen some programs that have actually shown proof that there is
Yeah,
spirits that can be trapped in this world.
I'll leave a disclaimer. I'm not an expert on it, even though I am classed as a spiritualist. I used to go to a spiritualist church. I was brought up with a spiritualist medium because my mum was a spiritualist medium and things like that. And yeah, so I'm not an expert. I can't say that I'm an expert because I'm not really. But I do believe in ghosts myself. I have had an experience with a ghost. No one can say that I didn't because I did. I was 13-year-old and I talked to my uncle who died in World War II. So I never met him, but he came and we talked and he told me who he was and things like that. So I do believe in ghosts. Now I'll leave a disclaimer. Like I say, I'm not an expert, but also the disclaimer is there is enough proof out there with TV programmes, excluding Most Honoured, because we know that's fake. We know that. Now, Help My House is Haunted is definitely got the proof.
Oh yeah, definitely. Where you've seen pictures of spirits.
So,
you've seen stuff.
So you see things move and things like that, and how they film it and how they do it, it's definitely not faked.
Definitely not.
So there is enough proof out there to say that there is life after death, basically, which, in my opinion, and it's only my opinion and Jen's opinion,
a lot of them
there is.
A lot of them are traps.
We don't know what it is. It's not what we're told. I think life after death is where we are still on this planet, still on this earth. You're walking there, you just can't be seen.
And see, a lot of them on that program are trapped spirits that want help to move on through the light.
Yeah.
The only nasty ones are the ones that
poltergeist demons
come through
imps.
portals and stuff.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's my opinion. Yes, there is some kind of life after death. Yes, you do become ghost, spirit, whatever. There's enough proof out there if you're willing to open up your mind and accept that proof as evidence, basically.
Don't be a skeptic.
No. So, don't be a skeptic at all. So if you believe in God, do you believe in UFOs? Or don't you know what a UFO is?
Well, obviously I know a UFO is an unidentified flying object, but is there life from other planets? There could be.
Well, there could be, but there is no exact proof of a flying saucer coming in from outer space into our atmosphere and landing. There's no exact proof. Are we alone? At the moment, I say that we are. It would be arrogant of us to think that we are alone. We may not be. We don't know for sure. Now, people say there's no such thing as spaceship. We don't call them spaceships.
We call them rockets.
Manned rockets, space vehicles and things like that. That's what we call them. So the term UFO can mean anything. It is, Jen said it, unidentified flying object. Now, an unidentified flying object could be a ball, a frisbee, or even an experimental aircraft.
Exactly.
But there is been misidentification also of like weather balloons and things like that. That's misidentification. People have seen a weather balloon and thought it was a UFO when it's not. But like I say, the term UFO could mean anything. It's like Roswell. What crashed at Roswell? We don't really know. All what we do know is something metal, something light, big, did crash at Roswell. Now, I've always said it's it's round about the time they're experimenting with experimental aircraft. It could have been an experimental aircraft with a pilot or two pilots with experimental G suits and things like that, because it's round about the time they are experimenting with jet power. And don't forget, the scientists from Germany was in America doing their rocket program, NASA as we all know it now, and things like that. So what crashed at Roswell could be an experimental aircraft. What the government didn't want anyone to know. That's why they covered it up.
Exactly.
I don't think it was something out of space.
See, if there is life on other planets, how do we know
For sure.
how formed they are? They could be
Well,
behind us, or they could be more advanced than us. We just don't know.
no, we don't. What we do know is we do transmit into outer space a radio signal at certain megahertz or kilowatts or whatever. Certain, so they do transmit signals out into outer space, hoping that it'll be picked up and hoping it'll be answered. So far, not yet. And that. But also, I mean, there's all that. Is the proof? I mean, people always say it's always the Western, it's always Asia, it's never here. Well, let me tell you this: Hilcley Moor in West Yorkshire is a UFO hotbed, or it was. I don't know if it still is, but if you go up there long enough and you sit for long enough, you will see some kind of UFO or experimental aircraft. It used to be an hotbed for it. There is a story, and I can only say it's a story. I can't say it's true. There is a story of a police officer who said he encountered an alien. It's called the Ilkley alien. He said he encountered it. Now, he's a police officer. I'm inclined to believe him over everybody else because he's a police officer. You know what I mean? So there is that as well. And then I think there's a farmer up there who had a close encounter because he got his leg punctured with his clothing torn and things like that. And then there is talk of a spaceship in the middle of the street. I think that were at Tunbridge Wells and things like that. So it's not only around in America. It does happen in the United Kingdom as well, and things like that. But have you seen one?
No. Well, I thought I'd saw some years ago, but what it worked out as in the end, because I just saw 5 lights in the distance. It was cranes.
Oh, right.
The lights at the top of cranes.
So
in
you
the
thought
distance.
the lights on top of cranes were UFO?
From a
basically.
distance, it looked like
Yeah.
something like was hovering.
It's easy to make that mistake. It really is.
That's what I mean.
It
You
really
just
is.
don't know. Because obviously I didn't know in the distance they were doing some work, but it was a long way off.
Yeah.
And obviously the lights were so bright.
Well, that's it, innit? So there you go. So, what do you think to AI? Artificial intelligence. Do you think it's dangerous like other people think it is?
Not at the moment, I don't think. I think they said it would change our lives, computers and all this rubbish,
Oh, yeah, hasn't it?
some of it's good, some of it's bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, AI, artificial intelligence. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? Well, AI as it is, it's helping, innit? Everyone's saying AI can be bad. Well, it can be bad. Can AI be awoken? Can it become sentient being like human beings? We don't know. It could do, and that, you know what I mean? But they are putting it into, at the moment, there's a lot of AI in new mobile phones, isn't there? Things like that. So they are using artificial intelligence across the mobile phones, but also into businesses as well. You're seeing it being advertised with and things like that. AI in your business can make your business work better and things like that. But is AI dangerous? I think it could be. I think AI, once it gets awareness and sentient, that's when we come into super AI, artificial intelligence and things like that. But we could be talking. I think phones as we know it, they could disappear. Things what I'm talking on now, iPad, that could disappear. It could be done through a pair of glasses like this, or anything else. Eventually, that will happen. It'll be stripped so far back. It'll be so far advanced. We're just coming to super
Probably
artificial
never in
intelligence.
our lifetime.
I think we're seeing the beginning of it. I think that's what it'll be. I mean, I'll be 59 in July. You'll be 53, won't you?
21.
No, 53 in July.
21.
No.
21 in so many.
No, Jen, this is a... No,
53, yeah.
Yeah.
But 21 with added interest.
well, I'm 18, so there you go. So, yeah, so it'll become super AI and things like that. That will happen. You know, they've been working on artificial intelligence for years and years and years. Yes, Jen's right. Computers were supposed to make things a lot easier. In some cases, it does. In some cases, it doesn't. It can make life more complicated. Obviously, if you've learnt to use a computer, that's all well and good. I didn't have them when I was at school.
No, neither did we.
You know, when I was leaving, and I left school in '82, they were just coming in.
I don't think we had them even in my school when that was like 87, 88 when I left.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But they were just coming into school where I was in '82. Around Yorkshire, it were all coming in at that time. I had an home computer. I used to have a Commodore 64 and things like that, and I learnt off that. But AI has always been a topic. Even back in '70s, artificial intelligence, you know, was it real back then? You know what I mean? Because we're only being aware of it really in the 90s and now 21st century. It's more prominent in the 21st century because AI is becoming everywhere. But like I said, we're just like one step away from being super AI. So when artificial intelligence becomes aware of itself, a sentient being like us human beings are, that's when you should start to worry. Are we one step away from Terminator? We could be. You know what I mean? So, right. So, what do you think to people who say that we live in a simulation?
Silly.
Well, I don't believe it myself. I think simulation is too far of a big stretch. I don't think we live in the Matrix. It's just a film. The Matrix were a blockbuster Hollywood film and things like that. So I don't think we do live in a simulation. I think it's silly myself. But I can sit here and laugh about it and that. So simulation, I think it's too far of a stretch. I don't think that'll happen. But like I say, super AI is becoming reality. Slowly but surely it's becoming reality. Will we ever get to the Star Trek era? We could do, quite easily. But we need directives, don't we? I mean, like in Star Trek, what I got reminded when I were watching a Star Trek episode last night is that we've got prime directives. They have prime directives. We have no directives to what we should and shouldn't do if we do ever become space travellers like that. I think that's years away, but you never know. You know what I mean? We do have space vehicles and rockets going up to International Space Station and all that to take men off and bring food and things like that. So it's possible, but I think it's years away from itself, but you never know. So, that's my video. I hope you liked it, and like I said, yes, there's 3 short subjects there, but I hope you like the discussion, I hope you like the talk. Please let me know what you think to this video. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you're new. Hit the bell icon, hit all. That will let you know when I am uploading another video. Also, it's free to subscribe to my channel and Gen V72's channel, more than merry. Let's get Jen up to 400 subscribers and above.
Away.
And above. And also, please share the video to your friends and your family on other social media like X, Facebook and Instagram. Also, use the comment section. Let me know what you think to this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Bye. Nah, catch you later, numpty. Bye, numpty. Bye, numpty. Bye, numpty. Numpty. Numpty.